Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Marathon 2. We are continuing with the hard stuff rules. So you gotta be careful with these guys. Because they actually do quite a lot of damage. The fireballs anyways. The blue ones... I think the blue ones do the same amount of damage as the green ones, but they just, like, they have more health. Because the green ones die to one shotgun shell. These guys take two. But they don't throw fireballs at you, they only throw the same, like, little brown slime balls that the green ones do. Okay. There we go. Hey! Oh, what the f... Really? Red health? Okay, and... Oh, yeah. Okay, so this one actually doesn't... The skybox here doesn't seem that bad, but the... I feel like the walls are rotating way too much. Now the walls are rotating... I mean, okay, the skybox is... I mean, yeah, okay, this... this still doesn't really look right, but I mean, whatever. Part of this is because I am playing on increased FOV. This is on 120 FOV, which I believe when you adjust the FOV slider in ALF1, it's like, warning, this might fuck your shit up. But I much prefer playing the game like this than, you know, playing it in that, and either the default FOV, like 90-degree FOV, or some people like to play it in like the original HUD, which is like way smaller. And like not centered. That's the thing that bugs me the most about the original HUD of this game, is that the game is not centered on your screen. Being, you know, old school in a game like this, but there comes a point where I feel like just certain quality of life changes are just needed. You know, like I would love to be able to manually reload in this game. I realize that I have not actually mentioned that at all. I didn't mention that a single time in my entire Marathon 1 playthrough. But this is one of the only original boomer shooters where you have to reload your guns. But you cannot manually reload. You can only... Like, it's just, the guns are just set, like, you know, you get 20 shots per mag in the fusion pistol, 8 shots per mag in the regular pistol, and every 8 shots you gotta reload. Every 20 shots of this you gotta reload. And if you get down to the point where, you know, your mag is... I mean, you've seen me do it. If you got like 5 bullets left, it's probably a better idea to just shoot those 5 bullets, so you can go into your next fight with a fresh mag. I can hear you. Where are you? Fuck, I didn't get to read the terminal. Shit. What? Oh my god. I should have let the cyborg kill some of those guys. Okay, can I read my terminal, please? I just want to talk to my AI friend, okay? I want to talk to Chat GPT. Durandal GPT. He's up there, I bet. Okay, I think I should be safe to read. Okay, during the final hours of this for wait, what? Didn't I already read this? I literally already read this. Okay. Have I been here? I don't think I've been here. It's over here. Before we go up there, let's oh yeah, I kinda like this this was always kind of a cool shot. I wish the bar of this window wasn't right at eye level so so we could see the mountain a little better, but it is still a cool shot. Okay, that's a lift. Is that the lift that I intentionally didn't take? It is. Okay. Wait, is it? Oh, fuck, there are two. That was never part of the plan. Alright, whatever. We'll take the first lift. I feel like there was a path down here that I also didn't take, but this map is... Once the floors start overlapping each other, the map just becomes completely fucking useless. Yeah, so that's that follow-up shot that I mentioned once or twice in my Marathon 1 playthrough. You can do... Like, you see how fast that follow-up shot was after I fired the charge? There's a much longer delay in Marathon 1 between when you can fire a normal shot versus the charge shot, so Durandal implied that the fusion pistol in this game is inferior to the fusion pistol in the first game, but I don't agree. Durandal doesn't have corporeal form, so he doesn't actually know how these guns work. He doesn't have hands to use these guns. Okay, and as I recall, the Flicta are somewhat resistant to fusion pistol. Fusion pistol's meant to be used against robotic enemies. Ooh. Thank you very much. There's been a lot of what look like grayed out health stations in the last few levels, but oh, and a save point. Hell yeah. See, so right now, if I cannot reload my second pistol, even though I only have one shot left. The only thing I can do is fire that shot, and then I'll reload. Okay, so we're supposed to read as many computers as we can. Oh, that's the money shot right there. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay, before we read these, let's read that other one outside. Because that kind of seems like the quote-unquote first. Oh, and there's... yeah. Ooh. How sad for you. How unfortunate. Alright, I believe these are like, I don't know if they're in stasis or something, but they can't attack you and you can't attack them, so sorry, bud. Okay. Oh. That looks like it's already smashed. Okay. Okay, Spit Translator. Only I grasp the significance of the dissection of some of the captives. These creatures, repugnant as they are sentient, and yet their bodies are not bonded to any mechanisms. They can survive without their armor and their staves. Until now, sentience had always required cyber-organic symbiosis. All of our sciences led us to this conclusion. We can even give our pets sentience with cyber-organic implants, yet these vile conquerors are sentient without any machinations. This leads to debate. Perhaps our own sentience is induced by the birthing operation, and that at some time we were no more sentient than afflicta. If such a fundamental assumption of our kind is wrong, then perhaps the myths were true, and we were actual servants of Euro and Pythia. Pythia. Thea. I was never sure how to pronounce that. Mandalore pronounces it Pythia. Hidden Xperia pronounces it Pythia, or maybe just Thea, because like the P looks like it would be silent, but it's an alien language. Who the fuck knows? Perhaps they built us, or we were part of a larger group who came from Lawan. Alas, I fear that we will never know these things. Okay, so at first I thought that he was talking about... I thought he was talking about the Flicta that are being held in here, which he might be, but it sounds like they managed to capture a couple of 4 and were experimenting on the 4, and the Sphit, who are cybernetic organisms who cannot, as Leela stated in the first game, the Sphit cannot survive. The organic component of the Sphit cannot survive without the cybernetic component. So they are fully symbiotically bonded, and they cannot. One cannot exist without the other, or one cannot survive without the other. And the Sphit, at least the 10 clans of the Sphit that remain on this planet at the time of writing this terminal, they were under the impression that all life must require a symbiotic fusion with some sort of electrical component, with some sort of cybernetic component. But now that so because this planet is inhabited entirely by Sphit, so the only sentient beings on this planet were the Sphit. There are Flicta, but Flicta are effectively not sentient. At least not in the way that the Sphit and humans are, or even the 4. So the Sphit thought that only cyborgs can have sentience. But then the 4 showed up, and they realized that the 4 are fully organic, and they don't have, they're capable of surviving without any cybernetic enhancements or components. So basically the Sphit in that moment realized that their entire life was a lie, or just, everything they believed has just been disproven. And at the same time, there were some people who believed that this Euro and Pythia, these 2 entities were like the gods of this planet. Some of the Sphit say that, we were actually effectively created to be servants of Euro and Pythia. But a lot of the other Sphit were like, nah, man, we're just they're like, oh, okay, well, if we can't survive without our robot brains, then we must have been given our robot brains, probably by Euro and Pythia. So we must actually be servants of them. And maybe this planet was, the whole point of this planet is just to be a place where we can serve those 2 godlike beings. And a lot of the Sphit did not think that was true, but now the Sphit that wrote this terminal is essentially realizing, like, oh no, shit, that actually might be true. Like, yeah, sentience doesn't need a cybernetic component to exist. So maybe we were given our cybernetic, maybe we were gifted our sentience through those cybernetic enhancements. And well, that's most likely the case. Here we go. Okay. The beasts stopped attacking, running for their pods. We thought they meant to surrender, but then the bombardment anew. The burning air, We're evacuating to the lowest levels of the Citadel, but eventually it will reach us there too. I've received a lethal dose. I feel like the oh god, the hurt, the fractal, the hufra, hufrarictal after his mating dance ends. Oh, it's kind of like how salmon die after they mate. Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. Report to leader. Questionable surgical procedures. And if that wasn't enough, the vile bipeds remove his sensory organs in order to make room for this small oblong object that they installed in his face. They didn't even do it as a separate operation. I guess they figured since the object would displace them anyhow, why bother? The thing that confused me, though, was how they did it. It wasn't a standard procedure, though, I can tell you that. Okay, so those are 4 scientists probably grafting a subservience chip into, I guess that's a Svit guy on the table? I'm not really sure. Only one surgical instrument was used during the procedure, the device that held the small oblong object. They tried to make an incision in which to place the object with their knuckles several times before giving up and inserting the object anyways. And it was inserted at a rather high rate of speed, but I guess that was to ensure that the total displacement of the sensory organ occurred. Okay. Can't read that one. How about this one? Older foretold of the closing of the Citadel windows, and we made his vision true. Then Older foretold of our victory, and we crushed the bipeds. Again, these beasts come here and fight against the ancient walls of the Citadel, against all the clans in unison. Our monolith will never fall. Neither have so many of us been guided so quickly and resolutely. To breathe here is to understand unity. Leader told me that the Olders began melding days ago. We can all feel the effects of this. The angry air of Loan has at last been cleansed. I miss the marshes of Nur and the 7 of mine. I'm sure that they are gone into the fires. So he's, I guess this is written by the Svit who locked themselves down here. I guess eventually the 4 left because they were just bombarding the planet with nukes to try to kill everything with radiation. And somehow the Svit elders were able to combine and cleanse the planet of the radiation, but it doesn't sound like any Svit were able to get out of, like the Svit that trapped themselves in here, that locked themselves in here. It sounds like they remained trapped forever and, assumptively died. Maybe that's one of them. Oh no, that's just one of the little flying guys. Okay. Well, it's kind of interesting. Oh, fuck off, dude. Damn, I almost had a shotgun. Nice. Okay, got a little shotgun. Okay, so it takes 1 charge plus 2. It's a dead end. What? Okay. I guess let's go back and try to talk to Durandal. He just... I believe once we read those terminals in there, that room with the couple terminals, I think that's all you have to do. So we probably can just talk to Durandal and leave now. Okay. No. think I need to take a lift down. I think I took a lift to get up here. Not that way. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Those look like they can be smashed, and if I smash them, I probably won't be able to read the terminal, so... There we go. Alright, Battle Group 7 arrived sooner than I expected. The 4 fleet consists of 7 corvettes, similar to my own, 4 destroyers, a battleship, and an assault carrier. They are passing the orbits of the outer planets now, headed for Lawan. It appears that the Sphit retreated into bunkers under the Citadel during the Final Four bombardment 1,000 years ago. You are going to search these bunkers. Often during the last minutes of life, the truth is revealed. Perhaps before their annihilation, the Sphit realized something that would help us. Be warned that the approaching 4 fleet has already begun to reinforce their Lawan garrison by long-range transport. Alright. Oh, no. Please, no. God. It's like, you know that clip from The Office where Steve Carell's like, no, no, please, God, no. This, I fucking hate this level so much. Honestly, I love this game, but I could kill the guy who, I could shoot Jason Jones in the face right now for designing this level. I don't know if it was him that designed the level, but, oh my god. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. You are in the old bunkers underneath the Citadel of Antiquity. Sphit royalty from each of the 10 clans gathered here during the final days of the war in which the 4 enslaved the Sphit. I believe that in their time of need, these ancient Sphit found a way to contact the lost clan, but were killed before they could use it. Underground with you are 2 old Sphit computers. Find them so I can download their data. We must discover what the warring clans learned after they were joined. I cannot accurately teleport you from a terminal this deep under the Citadel, so you must find a position nearer to the service to minimize interference. Okay, so... we're not gonna worry. We're just gonna be chill. As I recall, there's a save point not too... Is that a save point? No, it's health. Let's clear out all the guys. Fuck. There we go, here's some ammo. Grenades? No, okay. Alright, let's read this terminal. News of the destruction of the Sphit Hra has saddened all, but there has been a meeting of the Elders for the first time in modern memory. If anything can save us from these aggressors, it will be the unification of the clans. Oh, get wrecked, okay. I guess we have no choice but to just go. I'm gonna try not to... Oh my god. Okay, there's a Flicta there. Is there anything else? No, alright, we're not even gonna bother. Oh, come on, come on, come on, yes! So the speed run for this level is actually kind of cool. Everything's timed out, so they kind of... You can get to these higher levels, you know, without having to wait for the water level to rise. I haven't watched a ton of speed runs for Marathon, but I did watch little bits and pieces of Marathon 2 speed run one time. And I remember when they got to this level, it looked kind of cool. So, not a great level. Like, I mean, once you know the layout of the level, it's probably fine. Kind of like G4 Sunbathing, you know, but if you don't know the layout of the level, it fucking sucks. And learning the layout of the level fucking sucks because the swimming and the rising water level. I mean, I could see what they were trying to do, but I don't like this level. I'm sorry. Before he disappeared, the master called the 11 Olders. One by one, they came before him to hear his words. Each heard their clan names. Svitlar, Svithra, Svitnama, Svitka, Svitvir, Svityura, Svitval, Svitshur, Svitmanur, Svityor, and Svitkur. Thus were the sacred clans given names and ranks, the 11 numbers and the 11 sacred clans. The final words of the master came to the Olders. Don't mistake your rank and number for superiority. The oldest child may learn from the youngest. Oh, okay. So, I guess the Svitkur, there are the 11th clan. They're the last on that list, so they're the 11th clan. Doesn't necessarily mean they're the best clan, but it sure seems like the rest of Svit think they're the best clan. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, okay. We're just going to let these guys do their thing. Here's a save point. Oh, shit, that was close. Alright. You know, I am tempted to just... I kind of feel like we might as well just finish the level at this point, but... I think I'll just end it here. I've played about... I don't think I've probably played through like a little less than half the level at this point. But I like to do save point to save point like this because that kind of simulates the feeling of playing the game. You don't just because you beat the level doesn't necessarily mean you're done. You still have to find the next save point, and that's a big part of just playing this game. So and Marathon 2, they get a little more dickish and not just putting the save points right at the beginning of the levels. So I think the first like 2 videos I've already recorded for Marathon 2. Like I have at least 2 levels each of them because I just kind of couldn't really find the save points, and by the time I did, like the level was almost over. So, but this one I think is a good enough starting point. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if let me know your thoughts in the comments. I noticed, not to brag, but I noticed that I got another subscriber recently. So, if you are actually enjoying the content. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you like about the game, what you like about the video, what you don't like about the game or the video. Like the whole point of me making these videos is because I want to be able to talk. I want to start dialogue about the game. I feel like the game's very interesting, and there's a lot to talk about. Like I said in my first video, so I would love to keep the discussion going down in the comments. I do check my I check my channel pretty frequently. Like I'm checking it like once a day to make sure. I have a lot of stuff that I got a backlog I have to upload and everything. So I am on YouTube a lot, checking stuff, and I can definitely see whenever likes, comments, or subscribers start to go up. So if you have any questions about anything, or you just want to talk about stuff that you like about the game or this particular level or whatever, if you think I'm an asshole because I don't like this level, please leave a comment. I would love to have a little get a little discussion going. I think that'd be very fun. So that's enough rambling. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next episode where we continue with Bob's Big Dates.